Welcome everyone to the Transportation and Ticket Center.
It is here that you have monorail access to Epcot, monorail access to Magic Kingdom, or you could catch a scenic ferry boat to the Magic Kingdom.
It's a bit of a crossroads, truly. But those are the three most popular options. One that you could also do.
So the resorts and hotels.
There are 3 different resorts that are connected through monorail. One of those resorts I will check out today. Welcome everyone
To Disney's Contemporary Resort.
I figured today I would just walk around, show you what I see, show you as much of the resort as I can.
One of the first things I see is this really cool Fantasia topiary. Look at this awesome splash pad. That's great. Also look at this really cool pool area with the fountains and everything. They also have this really cool photo op with Bay Lake in the background of like this Mickey thing. But the cool part about that is that they actually have the perfect way to set up your camera. Like they have this little block here, see? Out here they have a gorgeous view of Bay Lake, which over here is where you rent these little speedboats that you can take out there for, I'm not sure exactly how much. Here, actually, there's one going around down here. I'm not sure exactly how much that is, but not gonna lie, it's definitely on the bucket list. But for now, I'm just gonna have to settle with possibly bringing a buddy out here and playing some giant checkers. And over here, connected by that walkway, is called Bay Lake Tower. And that is the DVC Disney Vacation Club section of the Contemporary. This is a big resort. It's a very big resort. So there's Bay Lake Tower, South Garden Wing, they got a convention center, and the Contemporary itself is in the middle. Alright. I think my favorite thing about the Contemporary is many people's favorite thing, which is the fact that the monorail comes out of the building. Or rather, goes through it. A fun fact I have about the Contemporary has to do with its odd shape. I know that it's rare to see a hotel shaped this way. But that all has to do with the way it was built. Did you know that they built all of the rooms with the beds and the desks and everything that's inside of the room first? They built them all up on these towers, like these columns, and then they slid all of the columns in, giving a view or a structure like this. Everything was pre-built and it made construction super fast in 1971. They did this thinking that every now and then they can slide out the buildings, redo them, put them back in, keeping it contemporary. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. I'm gonna be interested to see if they do. Here's the check-in desk, and on the other side they have Contemporary Grounds, which is like a contemporary version of Starbucks. I wish they'd sell me one of these rugs for my house. That'd be so cool. They also have a convention center over here. Luckily for me, there's no convention going on. I don't think I'm gonna go through every single ballroom. because there's quite a bit. But here's your general overview. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera or not, but there's a huge echo. Echo! Sometimes I wish I knew how to play piano. Back inside, on the first floor. Right next to the check-in desk, they have the Wave, which I've never been, but I've heard it's really good. And this isn't the full menu, but this is some of their favorites. And it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, I might have to check this out. Shall we venture up level 2? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never stayed at any resort on the monorail loop, so I don't know everything. It might be just kind of fun to figure it out with me. Sorry if I get lost. You know, I was gonna switch out my fuel rod, but how? I'm sure there's another station somewhere. My other favorite thing about the Contemporary is the art style by Mary Blair. For those of you that don't know who Mary Blair is, she's the person in charge of the art style behind It's a Small World. She made the entire art design for that. But that wasn't all she made for Disney. Who knew? She also made this thing. The multi-story mural for the Contemporary Resort. Not gonna lie, that thing's impressive on its own. You wanna see something cool though? A little hidden secret about it? Up here on level 7 is where you're gonna get your best view of it. See those 3 goats? 4 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs. This one is the famous 5-legged goat. Mary Blair, as famous as she was, wanted her art talked about forever. So she purposely sneaks little mistakes in there on purpose. Hence, the 5-legged goat. Check it out. Monorail just came back from Magic Kingdom. How cool is that? It just lets you off right here. I say we test this resort. I always say, a resort is only as good as, not the location, not the view, I mean those do help, don't get me wrong, but it's only as good as its food and its arcade. Let's go check those out. Both times I got out of the elevator, I didn't get my camera up fast enough to film it. When you land on a floor and it opens, Mickey says what floor you're on. All right. Controversial. I have to take 1 point away from the Contemporary. They no longer have an arcade. They said the closest arcade is the Grand Floridian. Totally different resort. The closest thing they have to an arcade is what they call the Pixar Play Zone. It's for ages 4 to 12. I assume it's cool. Food? Alright, they did horrible in the arcade category. In fact, they failed in the arcade category. But the food category, they kind of made up for it. They don't have 1 or 2 restaurants, but they have 3. They have a trio of restaurants along with the California Grill, so technically 4. They have a trio of restaurants here on the 4th floor. The first one is called the Contempo Cafe. It is like your quick service, your, you know, come and grab and go type deal. They also have the Outer Rim Bar, which I would consider to be a more of an adult setting, with probably the greatest view in bar history. Finally, they have Chef Mickey's, which I can't get into because I don't have a reservation, but it is character dining. If you're curious, they have breakfast, brunch, you know, both buffet style, 42 for adults and 25 for kids. And if you wanted to see characters from a distance without interacting with them because you don't have a reservation like I'm about to do. Alright, I'm now on row 10. And from the view of the balcony, you can see some characters. Check it out, it's Mickey and Minnie. And Goofy just walked around the corner, but they're all down there. I think Pluto's down there too somewhere. I may have gone too far up. Gives me a pretty gorgeous view of Fort Wilderness over there, though. You can also see the Epcot ball. And the giant Guardians building. That thing is huge. How about Swan and Dolphin? Tower of Terror. Where would a theme park vlog be without merchandise? Right across from our trio of restaurants, they have two shops. They have the BVG and Fantasia. Let's go ahead on into the BVG, where they have all the Halloween stuff set up. I don't know where you go, but you're not in the right spot, even though you're adorable. That looks really good. You know, every time I try to save money, they just throw some more stuff at me. Silver? I don't know how much silver is, but I want it. That one ain't bad either. Look at the Halloween cars from DCA. I'll see it one day. They also have coffee, tea, mugs. I don't know how new this is, but I haven't seen it yet. All the emotions from Inside Out. That's really super cool. They also have this section designed specifically for the contemporary with a bunch of monorail stuff. A lot of Mary Blair. Very, very cool. They also have a lot of the 2018 stuff set up over here. I like the shirt. It's too hot out to wear something like that, though. You're looking at $42.99 on that. The ceiling in here is really cool. They also have these really cool Disney showcase figures. I love these things. I love them to death. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but they're so worth it. Speaking of art, it's not a big section, but they do have a little bit of the art of Disney pop culture style. That's my favorite picture ever. They also have Dooney and Burke. If you're looking for it, some of it's here. And Brittany, if you're watching this, plenty of Alex and Andy's. And if you wanted to come back with a Disney World centric bag for your next trip, you could come here. That being said, something like this runs at $159. Keep your eye out if you're in the Orlando area at the Orlando Premium Outlets. It does show up there at a pretty reduced price. Let's head on into the Fantasia store, which looks a bit more fun. Yep, this is more of a toy store, I would think. All the plushies and... oh, here you go, some ears. You got a castle play set. They have magic bands. Look at it. Jessica Rabbit. To be such a little section, this is a bigger store than I had anticipated. Look at all the Disney board games. This store is trying to make me bankrupt. Look at this. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. I gotta stop before I find something else I like. Too late. They have Disney pins. By the way, how cool are these? I knew that Marvel was doing like a Disney Parks related comic book series. I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet. Those of you that have checked it out, is it good? Is it worth reading? I know Kingdom Keepers is good. Or should I just get the Eat Like Walt cookbook? Stitch, I applaud you for getting onto the monorail loop, but this is the contemporary. Polynesian's down the way. I'm so disappointed in myself. I forgot a gift shop. They have another one over here called the Fantasia Market with trivia. And more Halloween stuff. This one's got wine. And shortbread rounds. And chocolate. Brownies. And popcorn and snacks. I'm hungry. They also have your basic grocery items, because you're going to find this in all DVC resorts that you can actually take up in your room and warm up or eat. Crunch Bar's tempting. Yeah. Also, by the way, for those of you that don't know, Disney Vacation Club is like a Disney timeshare, essentially. So you're gonna have your own microwave and your own space. That's what that's for. Oh my god. How have I not shown this yet? Look at the view outside. Oh my god. Look. It's Space Mountain and Magic Kingdom. It's right there. And this little walkway right here will take us to Bay Lake Tower. Unfortunately, if you are not Disney Vacation Club, you cannot stay in Bay Lake Tower. But we're gonna go tour it anyways. Thanks for opening the door for me, random ghost. Sell me one. Even if I'm not DVC. That's really cool. That's a big old want. And here's the main lobby. Heading out of the main lobby is this really cool water feature thing. Look how nice it is with these bamboo trees and everything. Like, wow. Ah, okay, okay. The Contemporary had checkers, and their DVC section has chess. That's awesome. I also have Connect 4. They have foosball and pool. Speaking of pool, check out that crazy slide. Can't say I've ever played shuffleboard. Might be a fun thing to try. Both around Bay Lake Tower and the Contemporary, they have this jogging route and these little signs to keep you on track. See, these are rooms right here. What a heck of a view. My God. How scary would it be if you like walked out of your room though and like saw like an alligator? I mean, it happens. It's Florida. Oof. Yeah, this section is a lot quieter than the Contemporary. Yeah, I see the appeal of DVC. Check it out, right outside they got basketball courts too. That's awesome. I certainly hope that you all have enjoyed my walking tour of the Contemporary. I am planning on hitting every resort of the monorail loop, so if you did, subscribe down below for weekly adventures. Ring that little bell icon for notifications on every single episode. And good night.